Hey, you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forge Lines Forever. Today I have a 6v6 custom match here on the most amazing Neuroxis map generator. So let's go ahead and introduce our teams and our players. But I do want to make a note before I go ahead and do that this replay is over an hour, so it is an epic. So please, if you haven't done so already, get your snacks, get your beef jerky, get your drinks, get whatever you want to consume, because it is going to be a long one. So let's go ahead and introduce our teams and our players, starting off with Team 1 in the Northwest and ending with Team 2 in the Southeast. Starting off with Team 1 southernmost player, we have in Chevy Crimson. It is Love Me Some Rice. That is definitely true. I do love me some rice. He is a Cybran. He is a 1600. To his north, we have in Royal Blue, it is Gava Gava playing as a Seraphim. He is a 1300. And rounding out Team 1 on the western edge of the map, we have in Lightest Red Pink, it is Zoom. He is a Cybran. He is a 1700. In the southeast direction, we have the Aeon player Paralone. He is a 2300. He is the highest rated player on Team 1 and in the game overall. To his northeast, next door neighbor, it is in Imperial Gray Yoji as a Seraphim as a 2100. And rounding out Team 1's lineup in Regal Purple in the UEF chassis, he is a 1900. It is a Drimmer. Again, he is a UEF. So for Team 1 side of the map, they have one UEF in the northeast. They have the 2 Seraphim, 2 Cybrans, and 1 Aeon. So all the factions are represented on Team 1 side of the map. Take a look at Team 2's northern player on the eastern edge of the map. It is Leveling. He is an Aeon. He is a 1700. He is not soloing it today. To his south in Orange Scarlet Orange, it is Quiet Storm. He is an Aeon. He is a 1600. To his south in Barbie Pink, it is Psychoad. He is a UEF. He is an 1800. To his northwest, it is the Batman Gray player of Dimitri 11. He's playing as a UEF as a 2100. The highest rated player on Team 2. To his southwest in Gold in the Dark Green, it is Luca playing as a Seraphim. He is a 2000 rated player. And rounding out Team 2 on the southern edge of the map, it is Nasimka playing as a UEF as an 1800 in light oak tan, not lightish green. Anyway, so for Team 2 side of the map, they have 3 UEF, 2 Aeon, 1 Seraphim. No Cybran Tech for Team 2. And for these 12 players on the map, let's take a look at the reclaim situation, currently sitting at 34,000 mass in reclaim. This makes it just shy of 3,000 mass per player. That is a lot of mass to grab for each of them, so they have to scurry around and grab it as soon as possible before one of their opponents or one of their teammates takes it for themselves. We are going to note of the major clumpage of reclaim. There is a lot of decently big numbers, no thousands that I've seen, at least at first glance, but there is a decent clumpage of them in the southwest. I can't highlight while I'm doing my reclaim little shortcut there, so I have to take it off and then, of course, put it back on. So that's going to be the major clumpage, but there is some noted near these upper plateaus, so that is going to be worth going after. There's also a couple of quad mexes on said upper plateaus. There's one of them for each team, one in the north and one in the south. But specifically for Team 1, we'll say this is theirs on the southwestern side, and Team 2's this is theirs. So I'm going to cut it kind of like that. It's going to be a rough cut. Team 1 also has 2 Trimex positions on the front lines, as well as another one a little bit further back. Again, that quad mix on the upper plateau. A couple of twin mexes dotted around, and there is a decent amount of mexes in the back line that is going to be in relative safety for the time being. You never know what happens. Team 2 might send a transport and drop some engineers off to build a base, or just blow stuff up with some units or whatever they want to decide to drop on Team 1's head. So there is decent amount of clumpage, of course, expanding in mexes as well as reclaim. Of course, there is a decent amount of mexes in the middle that everybody wants to be fighting over. Nothing really big clumpage, so it's going to be a little bit of just back and forth until a front line is established. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead to see where our players are headed to in this game. We have for Team 1 on the western side, it is Love Me Some Rice facing off against at least 2 players from team, at least 1, but probably 2 players. It is Luker and Nasimka in the southwest for Team 2. In the middle, looks like it's going to be more of a 2v2 We have Gava Gava heading somewhat in that direction, and Paralone also heading essentially in that direction versus Team 2's Dimitri 11 and Quiet Storm. And then in the northeast, I haven't seen the Ruby Red. Oh, he's in his base. That's why I can't say. He's leveling, and he's facing off against Drimmer. But we also do see that Yoji is now moving into the middle, so it's actually going to be, I think, a 3v2. So it's going to be 1v1, 3v2, and 1v2 in favor for Team 2 here and in favor for Team 1 here. And then, again, a one-to-one scenario. Everybody has left their main... Oh, apologies. I did forget somebody in northwest side of the map. Zoom staying in his base. So Team 1 is going to be down a player on the front line. But Team 2 does have Psychoad moving to assist. So actually, it's not going to be a 3v2. It is going to be a 3v3. So no advantage there. So scratch the record there. Go back and be like, you were wrong. Past me. You have to be corrected. Gun range started for Team 2's Eastern player of leveling. First upgrade that I have noticed, probably the first one of the game. It's an Aeon upgrade, at least the gun upgrade, so it's going to be a little bit faster than the other ones. Trying to get rid of all the other highlights. Only my highlights didn't exist when I'm trying to do nonsense. I forgot that. Don't click that button. Anyway, gun started for Team 2's Dimitri 11 in the middle, and a gun speed started for Paralone as well. So going to be gun speed, gun range, and then gun damage, gun range for Team 2. So, again, the advantage is that the upgrades finish for the Aeons faster, but Dimitri 11 has the benefit of there's 2 in 1. We do see a couple of units trying to just break through his lines. We do have Quiet Storm getting a nice little distance building to grab a little bit of reclaim on the upper plateau, and maybe even trying to get some furs and drop some shots onto Yoji's position up there. Northeastern side gun almost done for leveling. T2 started for Luker. Is that Luker or is that... No, that is Luker. And then gun started for leveling some rice. It does look like his teammate of Nasimka, Luker specifically, is going up and down and around, so not going right down the middle. Love that tactic. It pulls the attention away from this front line and allows these forces to move in. It does look like they're going to just full send it. The comms should be fine. He's going to stay there for the upgrade. He's already past 66%. So there's pretty much no reason not to. T2 started in the middle. Advanced range started for Paralone. He's already done with his regular range. T2 started for Gava Gava. And gun damage range started for Drimmer. So everybody in the game getting at least some sort of upgrades for the most part, bar a couple of outstanding upgrades. We do see Lucas done with the T2 upgrade. Nasimka, do you go for anything? No, not as of yet. He pulls his forces back and hangs tight. We do see Team 2 pushing in. A gun done for Dimitri. He's going to get pushed back by Paralone. We do see Quiet Storm no upgrade. Chrono Dampener going on the way here for Paralone. We hardly have seen that upgrade in a while. That is the AoE EMP upgrade ability for the Aeons, unique to them. Very, very powerful. You can just constantly send out pulses. You EMP a bunch of units, and it makes it very, very useful. It's also, of course, nice as you have your own army with you, not just by yourself, but with a nice little army to back up, because then your guys are doing damage to theirs, and they don't have to be worried about being shot at for a couple seconds. But first, calm action happens in the middle of the map between Team 2's Quiet Storm and Yoji. Yoji getting a couple of shots into the calm, and Quiet Storm gets a little bit behind that cliff edge, so that ridge edge, ramp thing, not ramp, but whatever that thing is called. And there is a T2 PD that's really trying to hit it, but again, line of sight is a thing for those T2 Seraphim PDs, so not really going to help out there. We do see the advanced range helping out against Dimitri. The Chrono Dampener is done, and he is full sending it. Stealth started for Love Me Some Rights, and T2 started for Team 1's Drimmer. We do see that leveling with his gun speed and range upgrades, moving in on the Quantum Expedition on the northeastern side. We do see gun speed started for Luker, and nano repair started for Love Me Some Rights, already done with the stealth upgrade. Shots going between Paralone and Love Me Some Rights. There's that pulse wave EMPing the pillows for a little bit of time. It's not very long, but it's enough to give you just a little bit of breathing room. And I don't remember if it works against T3 units. I know T3 units are resistant to the Loyalist main EMP weapon, his secondary fire, his tertiary fire being the thing that happens when he explodes. That is still effective against everybody except experimentals and comms, but I don't know if the Chrono Dampener, maybe we'll see it and I can confirm, but again, it's been a while since I've seen it. Nano repair almost done. We have gun started for Nasimka, tactical missile started for Gava. He has gun speed started for Quiet Storm. Everybody doing everything all at once. And gun range started for him. Now he's done with the speed upgrade. Dimitri falls into the yellow, but he's almost at 2-star vet. Parallel, it's pretty much the same situation. And not looking good for either of them health-wise. We do see Yoji slowly PD creeping, but he's doing pretty good work. T2 counter PD coming online for Psychoad and, well, Dimitri 11 trying to just, again, assist with getting his PD online. Psychoad essentially acting as the bullet sponge. We do see Team 2 in the southwest. Luker is pushing in, and Drimmer looks like he's moving to the upper plateau. Team 2's leveling has already left. He's like, nah, it's not really worth it, and gets out of there. And Nano repair now started on the Simca. So Gun and Nano. We have Gun and T2. We have Gun and Nano, of course, with stealth on the prerequisite for said Nano. And Gava has Gun, Missile, and T2 on board. Nearby, Love Me Some Rice being shot up by Luca. We have some not overcrowding, but overcovering or covering or whatever. Not ASS, but interceptors flying overhead just to provide some cover fire, cover support, air support. There's a word with cover in it. I'm trying to figure out what it is. T3 air online for Team 1 and T3 air online for Team 2. Secondary air, no. Secondary air, no. So it looks, maybe. T2. Oh, no, yeah, we're going to have secondary air for Team 1. So 2 air players, Gava being the secondary one. Gava moving in. Looks like he's going to assist with the land battle in the southwestern corner. And it looks like Luker trying to get some veterancy with those overcharges. He's at 1, facing off against Love Me Some Rice, who's at 2. Nano now done for Nasimka. Missiles launching in from Gava. And he misses. And he's going to continue walking and probably launching missiles as he goes. Team 2 falling back, partially driven by the Paralone Chrono Dampener Advanced Range Comm. Yoji constantly PD creeping, and so Team 1 has gained a huge portion of the middle of the map. Essentially gained almost the entirety of it at this point. Northeastern side, No, I thought that was a T2 base, but Drimmer holding position for now. He does have T2 and Gun on board, so he could build some facilities up there to reinforce quite quickly. But Love Me Some Rice getting double teamed by Nasimka and Luker. Not looking good for him. He does have Nano. He's at 90 hit points in second region. Couple more kills, and he'll get to 3-star vet and get a boost in hit points. Nasimka, he's not looking too hot, but again, he does have Nano. And Luker at 2-star vet with no Nano. Missile inbound. Oh, almost hits Luker. So Gava really trying to hit somebody with the missile. If he does hit Nasimka, that will be a kill. If he hits Luker, it'll drop him pretty close. Team 2 in the middle. Doing fine for now, but again, they're still being forced back. We have missiles inbound. Now we have Luker shooting at Gava. Missile misses Nasimka. Nasimka at 8,000 hit points and climbing again. And Gava not looking too hot himself. 6,000 hit points. Love Me Some Rice. They're constantly trading in and out. Who's being shot at, who's not being shot at. We have Flak inbound. We have Riptides inbound from some support. Missile inbound from Gava. Doesn't hit Nasimka. And Luker taking more shots. Not really any. We still have crazy action in the middle, so I might split things before anything crazy nonsensical happens, before I miss in the middle of the map. We have Paralon being shot at, and he's shooting at Dimitri 11. Missile inbound from Gava. Nasimka dropping below 5,000. Will it hit the comm? Yes, it will. Nice shot by Gava. And Team 1 scores the first blow of the game against Team 2, dropping this game to a 6v5. And it does look like the comms for Team 1 and Team 2 are pulling off. So I think that's going to end that in the western side of the map. Oof, that was a lot of failed attempts, but eventually he got it. We have some gunships over top going after Paralone's comm. We have attack missiles raining in from Drimmer's position in the northeast. Still, Team 2 is holding, fighting to keep this thing online. We have T2 being built by Psychoad. He's probably going to build a fire base very, very quickly to try to establish some sort of reprieve for Team 2's teammates there. We do see Love Me Some Rice, but leveling is moving into Drimmer. Drimmer does have missile reloaded. We have some Harbingers inbound for leveling. It looks like he's going to full send it, and Overcharge doesn't kill off the Harbinger there. Everything transferred over to Luker. It looks like Dimitri 11 looks like he held it for a brief moment, and leveling is going to continue to charge. Dimitri 11, why is it Dimitri 11? I'm talking about Trimmer. Drimmer has the missile loaded. It's a close-range missile if he does want to fire it. Ooh, overcharge barely misses the comm, hits the Harbinger. And Drimmer and Leveling still trading blows. Not looking good for Leveling. Missile inbound. Will it hit the comm? It will. Nice shot there. Leveling goes down. Drimmer loses most of his support. And that is another kill for Team 1, dropping it to a 6v4 in Team 1's favor. Strat Bomber inbound for Team 2. Psycho Ed. Oh, I wonder where he's going. And he's going on a collision course with that comm in the northeast. It'll take a couple of drops to kill that comm off. If Team 1 has any sort of response, they should get there in time. Should be in the keyword. Shield started on board Quiet Storm's comm. No advanced range yet. Tech missile started for Psycho Ed under that shield emplacement. Bomber does drop a payload, it looks like. No, it doesn't drop a payload. Looks like it was just flying overhead. He's targeting mechs. No. Oh, he did drop a bomb. Oh, it looked like he was... Weird. He was flying this way, but he dropped a bomb this way. He must have dropped it and then just swung. But Bomber does get out of dodge. Does Team 1? Yes, they have ASFs inbound. Drops a bomb on these incoming forces for now. Quiet Storm's base hits one unit, but at least it hits something, I guess. ASFs, for Team 1. Intercepted by Team 2's ASFs. I thought those were Team 1's. Those are Team 1's. Those are Team 2's. The Bomber is gone. Did the Bomber get out of there? No, I think the Bomber died because I don't see the wreck though. The wreck's not up there. Where'd the wreck go? That's weird. I don't see it there. But anyway, a little bit of slowing down. It looks like on the northeastern side, western side. Again, with the death of Nasimka, I think it's going to be a little bit slow to materialize. But again, it does give Quiet Storm double base and Lucre double base. That's 2 players with 2 bases. That's a lot of eco to play with. Team 1 overall, though, is winning the eco game. About 100 roughly mass in their favor per second. So it's divvied up quite nicely. That's about, 16 mass per player roughly. That's 1 T3 max that's not ringed. Yes? Something like that, maybe? I forget the numbers off the top of my head. Yeah, I think maybe it's 18. It's almost, I think, 1 T3 max. Anyway, UOG sitting underneath some shield coverage, bombarding Team 2's position. We're getting some TMD, but that's not going to help against the artillery. Dimitri 11 has a personal shield online, and Psychoid going for maybe we'll see Billy Nuke. Ooh, that'd be nice to see. I haven't seen one of those in a minute, at least. We have seen one, I think, last week. Ras started on board. Zoom's comm in the northwestern corner. Again, he's airplane. Makes sense. Laser, says Psychoet. No. That seems too early. I think it's too early to go for laser. I mean, just generally. Because he's not going to go for teleporter. He could build laser, wait, and then go for teleporter. That is the strategy. But, I mean, you might as well get as much mass as you can. Turn all your T2 mexes into T3 mexes. And then maybe go laser. But that's just a caster's opinion. But he's going for Ras. That's what he's doing. We do have Gava Gava still launching missiles. He's done a great job of thinning out Lucre's mexes, at least more on the outlying mexes, the ones, of course, closer to the base. Not really going to be taken out, especially with T2 already in full swing. There are some TMD. I would like to see a little bit more, but looks like he's protecting most of the mexes, especially with the Stram Expedition down here. Just get, even just one would be better than none. We do see a force for Paralone stacking up right here. We could see a possible assassination attempt on the comm, but I feel like Team 2 is going to see that coming. I don't see that much there, so maybe not. But we'll see if they notice or not. We do see Psychoed almost done with that T3 upgrade. We do see Quiet Storm as well, just poking and prodding. He doesn't have advanced range yet, but he does have sensor. He traded out his speed just to get some vision on what Team 1's up to. He's just going to hold there for now. A force inbound from Luca gets absolutely demolished by Team 1's Love Me Some Rice. We do see Gava Gava still there, but yeah, bricks are going to mow down Ilshis very quickly. Northeastern corner, Team 1 slowly encroaching on the fire base for Quiet Storm. Not looking too hot. He has defenses here. He doesn't have defenses here, which is going to leave him open. He does have a couple PD now being built, and they are in range of a couple of forces, but there's some Percys in that mix and a Titan or two, so that should be more than enough to crack that. That's a Team D, not a... Wait, why is that? Why did that get transferred over to Dimitri 11? That's weird. Anyway, T2 transport says Dimitri 11. He's asking for one. And we have T3 now proliferating all around the bases for Team 1 and Team 2 at this point. It's starting to be the main line unit. We see a couple of them, but that's going to be the main line unit from now on for the most part. Speaking west, T3, 4 stacking up for Luca in the southwest. We have Nano Repair started on board Yoji's comm. We do have Parallon. He's swapped out his... Oh, I was going to see if it worked for T3 units. Aww. I mean, somebody will comment about it, but aww. He has an ARAS on board. Sad. Eastern side, we have some Percy's just being, 2, 3, 4v1, so that's not going to work for Team 1. And Drimmer loses most of his forces that he had stacked up, so he's going to probably have to fall back again. He's sitting on a lot of territory. The problem only is that he doesn't really have that much protection. Like, this is an opening, this is an opening. Granted, Yoji is here, so there's that. And again, the only way the Team 2 to engage would be to go through that and then go that way, so that way's fine. But he does have a couple of avenues he has to be worried about, because Team 2 could launch an attack here and there. And if the comm's retreating, they could try to intercept right there if they launch this attack first. Or maybe they could launch that attack first, but it's no tomato potato. Tactical nuke, there it is. Psychoad coming online with the Billy nuke. Love to see it. 21 minutes on the clock. And no, not everybody made it past 20 minutes. Unfortunately, we had leveling. And before that, we had Nasimka die off for Team 2. It is unfortunate, but it does happen, especially in a 12v12. There's a laser. Team 1's Levitzermai started the laser. Maybe he'll go for cloaking. Or he already has cloaking. Apologies. His cloaking isn't even online. It's not. Oh, it is not the power for it. Let's see. No, that would explain it. Missiles constantly being launched right next door by Gaba Gaba. His hit points aren't looking too hot, but he is on 5-star vet, so there is that. He's regenerating base hit points at 50, or base regen. That's still a lot of hit points. That's what the UEF with the Nano gets, I think, at base veterancy as well. So that's a decent chunk to just have. The middle of the map, Team 1 stacking up a lot of stuff. It looks like a lot, but it's mainly Team 1 forces and engineers. A couple of Harbingers dotted in there. One of them named in Russian. Have no idea what that says. It's probably... I was going to say, usually when they're named, they're vetted. That one is not vetted. And Yoji's just building up a whole bunch of nonsense there. But the attack does happen from Parallon, and Team 2's Yoji goes absolutely not and shoves that right back in his face. There's a couple of Obsidians in the mix, but this is mainly T3 forces for Team 2. Team 1, we have only T2, so that just on its face is not going to work out for Team 1. We have missiles raining in from some spearheads, I would assume, given the speed at which those are launching and the curve because they're moving. Laser is done a little bit more than a minute it took. Some gunships wiped out. Nice grab there by Psychoad. And for ASFs, I mean, we haven't seen much movement out from Zoom. We did see that one movement, but they were pulled back. 42 online for him. And then again, Gaba Gaba is in the air as well. He's sitting at 11. Team 2, Psychoad, sitting at 55. Looks like he's being shot at by missiles, it looks like. Missile hit him, and another missile doesn't. He was able to move in time, but I heard the comm under attack, and I went, he's being shot at. There's no unit. Oh, missile. That would do it. Yep, there's attack missile. Yith? No idea how to pronounce it. I want to say, why this? You could say, you actually could say that, just a why this? Why is this a thing? Why? But that's definitely not how you pronounce it. At least I don't think you should pronounce it that way. It's funnier, but probably not the correct way to pronounce it. A couple of Team 1 PD being stacked up by Luca just to deal with whatever's up there. Looks like there was a artillery emplacement. Yep. Wipes that out very quickly. He could launch an assault on the upper plateau, and that is an Omni up there. It would be a nice target. Team 1 probably has a backup somewhere. You could put a backup here. You could back up maybe here. You could put a backup here. You could back up in the base. You could back up here. Anyway, you can put a bunch of backups everywhere, but they do cost 2,000 power to run. 2,000 power, 1,500 if you have 4 T1 PDs. Sorry, P-gens next to it. You see shield started on board Drimmer's company. He's fallen all the way back. Very smart move, because at 24 minutes especially, snipes are especially going to be the case, especially with some strap bombers now online for Psychoad. They bombard the incoming bricks from Team 1, and there are some ASFs inbound from the north from Zoom. We have ASFs moving in to intercept from Psychoad, so those gunships and bombers are going to be more than fine. Unless they go for it. Anyways, ASFs engage. The turns favor Team 2. And they go full into the breach. Oh, looks like the gunships. They have a tiny bit of AA from what I remember, but not a whole lot to really influence. Not looking good for Team 1. I think the initial engagement was probably enough. Strap bombers engage anyways. That might be a nice distraction. They don't go for it because they're already dead anyways, but they're going to go continue deep into Team 1's territory. They see the comm, and there are a couple of T3 mobile AA units. A bouncer going to bounce around, and we have some gunships. That's going to go bye-bye. There goes that. And they're still going, and they're still going. They're going to drop bombs on Gaba Gaba, T3 air facility, and they almost wipe it out. They're going to continue launching payloads. Bombers continuing to move just straight for the air grid, going for those P-gens. They wipe out nothing because the shield, but the third one came in. Actually, more of them came in. Looks like a couple, 2. All right, man. Airlocking happening for Team 2 against Team 1. Nice grab there. Anything happening on land. Gunships moving in. Nothing too crazy. Everything else is pretty much fine. Back to the bombers. We have P-gens being targeted. They're being reclaimed, so they prevent cascading. Nice use there of the engineers for Team 1. We have AA being built very, very quickly. And more bombers inbound. That P-gen goes down in a section of air facilities. Those bombers are dead. And I think that's the remainder of the bombers for Team 2. Oh, no, one more payload inbound. Oh, is it going to be enough? Yes, another P-gen dead. The T3 air headquarters is gone. Where was it? Was it right here? It had to have been right here, I think. But that is a nice win. Not only does Team 2 airlock Team 1 for a little bit of time, they wipe out the T3 air headquarters, meaning no more air for Zoom. His power should be now. Oh, he's getting overflow from his teammates, but not doing good. Fat Boy online for Luca as well. He's pushing against Love Me Surmise. He has cloaking and laser. If Team 2 has an Omni, they will see him. They don't see him. We have air scouts. They don't have Omni on board, so that's not going to help. If Luca notices the laser, he'll pull his Fat Boy back. But look at that, just full sending it into the comm. Shield is being hit. They are not hitting the comm. That's unfortunate. Let Me Surmise goes for the Fat Boy. The Fat Boy will die. He doesn't want to deal with the crash damage. So there's that nice grab there by Love Me Some Rice, and pointing out somebody from Team 2 is like, hey, go for that cloaking. Like, hey, there's a thing there. You should deal with that. That's unfortunate, but nice play by Team 1. The Ice Cream Sandwich just got just completely annihilated by Love Me Some Rice. He loved some rice so much that he killed a ice cream sandwich to try to make it into a rice. I don't know where I'm going with that, but tried to do something with the ice cream sandwich. I don't know. Colossus will wipe everything else up here to the northeast. So, but nothing really too crazy. There are some Percys. It will take some damage, and in the middle, a billion nuke hits the Rambo combatant preset SACUs. They're building TMDs now, but Team 1, look at this. They've been forced back considerably by Team 2, and they are full sending it. At least Dimitri is. Mainly it's Dimitri anyways, because Psychoet's busy microing all of his ASF, which, again, the T3 air facility back online for Zoom. So he has air now back in his control, at least has something online at a minimum. He's not just sitting there like, I just have to wait for my T3 air facility to finish. I can't really do much, kind of thing. He's able to actually impact the game in a way more than just build eco. We do have Love Me Some Rice continuing the charge. The only thing I don't like about this right here, all Team 2 has to do is get an Omni somewhere, get a spy plane overhead. That's it. And that's how you easily counter Love Me Some Rice in a cloaking. Granted, you still have to go kill him. There's still, you don't have to fight him and kill him, but you can go strap bombers, you can go gunships, you can do it from the air, you can do a nuke if you want to do it that way. He does have a little bit of AA nearby, and another billion nuke lands wipe out more stuff. Don't know exactly what was there, but not good for Team 1. Transport inbound from Myoji, dropping off an Optima 2. Doesn't land. No, it doesn't. Unfortunate, but Team 2 is moving in to intercept anyways. They would kill off maybe a couple of T1 mexes, but yeah, not really a loss for Team 2. Now we see Love Me Some Rice. He's going to wipe out the southwestern corner. So now Team 2 controls the eastern edge of the map. Team 1 controls the western edge of the map. And, I mean, I was kind of where I thought, yeah, it's kind of where I thought things were going to go anyways, where Team 1 would grab the west, Team 2 would grab the east, but kind of flip-flopped, where Team 2 grabbed the south and Team 1 grabbed the north. But, you know, now it's turned 90 degrees. Who knows? Maybe it'll turn 90 degrees again. Who knows? Some base trading happening kind of thing. Anyway, T3 started on board Gava. Gava's calm. He can't build Billy Nuke because he's not UEF, but he can at least help load the nuke. Not Billy Nukes. He can't. At least he can load the missiles on board. It looks like Lummy Samurai's having some power issues, but I think that's partly due to the fact that Team 2 can just see him anyways. Because that cloaking is nodding. Oh, it's engaged now, but it's on, off, on, off, on, off, so it wouldn't matter anyways. A couple more bombs will kill off the comm. Oh, there it is. Team 2 scores a kill. Almost 30 minutes on the clock, and finally Team 2 is on the board, or actually taking the number off the board, name off the board at this point. It is now a 5v4, still in favor for Team 1 at almost 30 minutes. And those bombers should be more than enough to deal with those remaining bricks if they go for them. Looks like they're going to fall back, go for the middle. Maybe they're going to go for the GC or the Ythotha, the little chicken walk, the big chicken walker over there. We have the little, the Ilshi, and the Ythotha, the big one. GC's inbound. Drimmer, you got to watch out because it's inbound. Bombers drop on top of the SACU position, it looks like. Yep, they're saying no to that. And that attack vector still going well for Team 1. The Fat Boy just trying to get away from that chicken sandwich as quickly as possible. Billy Nuke inbound. And it might hit some of the T3 forces. I highly doubt it's going to hit any of the experimentals. Nope. Kills off almost all of those Othams. We have artillery raining in from the west. And it looks like Dimitri 11 is going to fall back. Psychoac going to fall back. Smart plays on both sides. We have Mongeese just being thrown at Surge. The name for that Colossus, I guess. The Chicken Walker needs to be killed off immediately. Yoji is sending it into the base. It gets killed off. And the Percys are going to sacrifice their lives just to make sure they kill off the GC. But, of course, that Ion Storm will activate. Oh, Quiet Storm's Harmingers as well. It's not great. But they do get the reclaim right on their doorstep. It's just sitting there waiting to be picked up. It was dropped up by Amazon or Team 1 just moments ago. Team 2, western side, Luke are now pushing up the Fat Boy. Once again, now with the death of Lummy Samurai's, he doesn't worry about any sort of cloaking laser commander and is now moving in. Again, we still have the missile from Gaba Gaba that Team 1 can deploy, and missiles are raining in, speaking of which, at the Fat Boy, but I don't know. I think this is going to be, I was going to say this might be the weaker set, but on the northeastern side, look at this. We have Quiet Storm now pushing with a GC. Oh, SSU. Please don't be a comp. SACU pushing in, not SACU, sorry, GC pushing in, the SACU being blown up in the middle. There we go, words are hard. And, there she is, UEF doing UEF things. Drimmer getting his little Xbox 360 controller out and just playing some click and die game, or click and kill, click and something, where he just goes, okay, I want that dead. We also see another satellite online. This time it's online for Paralon Heat. So we have UEF doing UEF things, and we have Aeon doing UEF things. And Pretendant is what he's named that one, and Arc is what he's named that one. I thought it was Superintendent, the AI from Halo 3 ODST. We have Gunship shooting at the remaining artillery from Team 1 there. We have the satellites focusing one on Dimitri's base, who's going for an artillery here shortly. And we have this one going after Mexes. Looks like it targeted that one, but engineers were quick to respond. But, yeah, nice play there, though. He goes for the mass fabricators first. He blows them all up. It does damage to the T3 mechs, and then he's able to kill off the T3 mechs because of the increased damage that was done to it by the volatile explosions from that. But in the north, Drimmer being almost run down by Harbingers. T3 Pigeons are targeted to take out his power grid, and he's doing not terribly in power. He can sustain a couple of losses in the T3 Pigeon department. A couple of Team 1 flares running around. Love to see that. You could target the comm right there. Fat Boy is denied, and Drimmer almost, my apologies though, it looks like you're being focused down now. I kind of said something through the ether, and looks like Quiet Storm heard me. But he's still charging. He should be fine, though. That is going to be the target, though, for Team 2. If they can grab that, they can annihilate at least one of the satellites overhead. There's still, again, 2 and then 3 coming online Team 1 Pigeon goes down, and it looks like, no, the Harbingers aren't going to get the satellite, but they do know it's there. So knowing is half the battle. Knowing's probably like 80% of the battle, honestly. It's not just half, it's 80%. T3 mechs being annihilated for Quiet Storm. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 mechs is gone, and they were quad ring 2. Sorry, quad ring, dual ring 2. So they were producing, again, 27 mass a second plus all of these. I think it's 8 additional. I don't think they get any bonuses from... They get one. It's 1.25 for some of them. I'll just do 1, make the rounding easier. Another billion nuke lands, just constantly laying in shots from Psycho-Ed to just do damage to either eco or units or both. Just do some damage and keep propelling Team 2 forward. Look at this. They were pushed back all the way to this position, and now they're essentially in the middle of the map. 2 Fat Boys online. Satellite might do satellite things. Yep, shooting at the Fat Boy. There is a Euthotha still in line and a GC from Team 2. He's actually sent forces either down and up, or he sent them up and down. Sorry, over and up versus up and down again. We have lasers over the top of the air grid. Shields coming online. There are a couple of exposed pigeons. That one goes down, kills up a couple of engineers. That should be fine for now for Psycho-Ad. We have AA being deployed on that upper plateau. That's not looking good for Team 2's ASF host, though, because there's an ASF host inbound from Team 1 Strap Bombers. Ooh, that's a we're going to go after your air, we don't care kind of thing attitude from Zoom. And Psycho-Ed just being chased down by the ASFs. They're going to be shot at as they fly overhead, weakening their numbers just ever so slowly. Just keep going. Just keep going, Team 2. He's like, just keep sending them. Hey, we'll keep shooting at you, Nuke being built by Luke overhead. Team 1's probably going to spot that when it's done. You got him engaged now at this point. They've caught up. There it is. The fight occurs on Team 2's side of the map in the just back line. So even if Team 1 Zoom wins the fight, he is going to take some damage from the AA being deployed by Team 2. Look at this. Lines of SAM sites or T3 AA sites being built. More like guided flak and SAMs. And the airlocking has occurred. Gunships are being hunted down. That is unfortunate. Ooh, they hit the brakes just for a moment. They go the other way, go the other way, go the other way. But I don't think they're going to last much longer. That's a lot of gunships, but Team 1's going to pay the price. Oh, it's like back and forth, back and forth. Get underneath AA coverage. Just get out of the way. Oh, maybe a gunship or two will survive, but yeah, it's Team 1 loses all of their ASFs, at least most of them, but they do kill off all of the ASFs for Team 2. And now 3 satellites overhead for Team 1. Paralone has 2, and Drimmer has 1, going after the shield emplacement, building the artillery, which is now done, by the way. I thought I commented about that just moments ago, but man, Dimitri just pumped stuff out. Zoom on the front lines, probably not the best idea, especially with this weaker side. They're pushed back all the way to about the horizontal, what is that, the prime meridian versus the equator. Yeah, it's the prime meridian versus the equator, so definitely want to watch out for that because Team 2 could just bum rush him and kill him. He has laser and cloaking online, so they can't see him unless there is an Omni unit or an Omni sensor on board a unit or an Omni sensor in range of that common. Speaking of which, there is one for Quiet Storm, but it's not in range for sure. That's the range right there. So, kind of, but not kind of in range. And satellites still focusing the artillery piece. Looks like satellite focusing on more damage. I do like that strategy of Drimmer just going after all of the eco for Team 2, and then we have Paralon focusing, specific points. The nuke is probably going to be the next one after that's done. We do see southwestern side. Yeah, that's not really going to go very well. We do see a Euthotha and a Mega online for Paralon. He's now on double base due to the death of Love Me Some Rice. Didn't point that out earlier. But 37 minutes on the clock. Team 1 at 5 players left, only losing Love Me Some Rice. Team 2 losing Leveling and Nasimka. Eco situation about even. Team 1 ahead, but again by 100 mass. Isn't that much when we're talking about 2.3 to 2.2. Total mass recruit, that's a bigger number though. 3 million to 2.5 million. We have Reclaim almost dead even as well. That just tells you that Team 1 has had the lead in income per second or mass per second a lot longer, or for a far longer amount of time and so that lead just naturally occurs. But pretty much, I mean, Team 2 is pretty much there. And we have Strap Bomber stacked up. They escaped, I guess, the airlocking from Team 1. So airlock earlier in the game and airlock later. And again, 37, almost 38 minutes on the clock. Thank you so much for watching to about the mid-ish point of the game. If you haven't, because why not? Just why not at this point? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching. As always, share the video if you did enjoy it with someone that would enjoy it, because there's probably somebody out there that you know that would enjoy this video. As well as your pets. You always have to share with your pets, especially when they sit at you and they're like, I want your food, I want your food. And you're like, stop begging. And they're like, but I just want some. And you're like, fine. Whenever I make like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something, my dog's just sitting there staring at me, and I'm like, fine. Take a little bit of peanut butter and put it like in a bone that we have so she can lick it. It's just funny because she politely begs, so she just stares at you until you give her something. And I'm like, that's more annoying than the paw or jumping or whatever sometimes. Anyway, Advanced Nano started and almost done for Gabba Gabba. That'll keep his comm nice and healthy. And the satellites have found a target. Oh, that was close. Oh, that was close. The nuke is almost loaded, though. That'll be the first nuke of the game. And it looks like GC had a fight with a chicken, and the GC won that battle. But its brother and its cousins from the Fat Boys are not too happy about that. Team 1 pushing back heavily now on this eastern side. It's been a back and forth here. It's been a back and forth there. It's been a back and forth everywhere, both in the air and on the ground. So there's no advantages one way or the other. Is that T3 artillery? Is that what I see for Team 1? I know Team 2 had it. Yep, there it is. Paralon, he has artillery. He has satellites. He has another satellite. Artillery coming online. All we need is a game render or something, and that's everything. Which in a game like this that lasts this long, there's got to be at least one, if not 2 or 3, because that's a long time. It's an hour and like 15 or something is the replay, something like that. So it's a pretty decently long game. Not as long as that other game though, on the Mad Sea. That was a totally different game, and that was sent to me by somebody too. And that was before I started doing my Wednesday, roughly. Every week I cast the games that somebody sent to me. That was a very long, and I needed a break after that for sure. I think everybody and the caster myself was just drained after that game. Oh my goodness. But anyway, speaking of which, the nuke is dead. So there's that. Team 2 loses their nuke. Luca loses it. That's unfortunate, but hey, it happens. Oh, and I didn't say, please, if you haven't done so already, like the video and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. So thank you so much. I think I said it. I can't remember if I said it or not, so I'll just say it again. No, it doesn't really hurt saying it a second time. We have broadswords and bombers inbound. Guess what those targets are? Gunships are going to get a lot of the damage, though. And the Fat Boy, that one goes down, and the other one goes down almost immediately after that. Nice double kill by Team 2 Psychoad. And that incredibly juices up the morale for Team 2's forces. Bomb does land on the shield. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but hey, that's a little bit of reclaim for Drimmer. He still has his satellite online. 40 minutes on the clock. Satellite's focusing on the dual Dukes. He has 2 Dukes coming online, and more shielding to boot. Love that he's getting the Seraphim and the UEF shielding mixed in there. Starting to weaken, though. Looking good. There isn't the Emissary online for Team 1. He has 2 of them now. Are there any other big-ticket items? I mean, one satellite isn't a big-ticket item. I thought I saw a Paragon. That was not it. Teleporter started for Zoom. Oh, he might go for this. Is there any PD in the mix? No. Ooh, that might be a huge oversight for Team 2's Dimitri 11. Ooh, that's like one of the first rules. We have artillery being built over here. 1 is already done. We have 3 artillery pieces done for Team 2. And that is a lot of firepower. Are they all raiding in on the same target? It looks like it. They're targeting, I think, just the center. So they're going to get a little bit of overflow on both of those emissaries. Which I do find it funny that the Aeon, or at least the devs, would name the T3 long-range artillery an emissary. Like, an emissary is supposed to be usually like, hey, we're from a foreign nation or something. We just want, we're speaking for the king or the ruler or whoever. and it's usually not a confrontational thing, but it's like, yeah, we'll just launch, messages at you that explode on contact. Probably not the best thing to name your artillery piece. But then, a Duke invokes a little bit more royalty, a little bit more, standing. Oh, and speaking of which, yeah, that's not good for Team 2's artillery. It does get pinged by somebody, I would assume, on Team 2. But I think, I want to zoom away. There's a joke there for the teleportation. See how far along. He's pretty close. There it is. Good thing I didn't. He goes after the shielding. It's hitting something. And Team 1 PD spammed up very, very quickly. The shielding is going down. The shielding is down. We have bombers overhead to help wipe him out. There he goes. Shielding is down for the artillery, which means the artillery themselves are soon to fall after that. So Team 2 loses 2 artillery pieces, but they do get a kill. And it's now a tied up game, 4v4 at 42 minutes. Not looking good in either department because Team 2 loses 2 artillery pieces. Or they're going to. There's no way they're going to get. They get the shield online, so they don't actually lose both of them. But there's not a lot of engineering support nearby. That last shield, yep, there it is. That goes offline, and that's going to be it. ASF's going to try to. Ooh! Was that worth it? Oh, was that worth it? They're trying to do the transport, just shimmy back and forth, but it's kind of working. Another shot inbound hits the ASFs again. Maybe they'll keep the artillery online a tiny bit longer, but it goes through, doesn't hit the artillery piece, takes out the reclaim for that PGen. Transport's inbound. They're going to try to do again the hover method with the best transport to do it with. Oh, they block a couple of shots. And there's the PGen. It got reclaimed. Looks like at the last second. And trying to keep this thing online, but I just don't know if it's going to work. Ooh, it's going to be close. He's going to get a shield online. Shot hits ASFs once again. Shield's back online. Another transport in. It's there and it's not there and it's there and it's not there and it's there and it's not there. The Duke, though, is staying alive. Second emissary is online, though. That's a thing. And how's Team 1 doing? Oh, they're doing perfectly fine. He's building it down. He has a third one online. But the attacks in the north. Rimmer is going to be shot down by Harbinger. It's a good thing I went to look for a brief moment. There he goes. And the Duke, is it gone yet? Is it gone yet? No, it's still there. Oh, Trimmer's keeping it alive. Just barely. Assistance by Psychoheads, ASFs, and gunships, and transports, and the whatnot. So it's 3v3 in artillery. And now it is a 3v2 for the 3v4. First time in the game. Team 2 is in the lead for comms left alive. They were down 2 players for a little bit of time. Then they were down 1. Then they were down 0. Now they're up 1. If the trend continues, then they're going to be up 2 and then 3 and then 4 if they don't lose anybody between now and then. We do see satellites still trying to get that Duke. Almost hits the shielding again. It's close. It is very, very close to that Duke going down. 2 shots inbound, one after the other, but the ASF count has gone down considerably, and the shielding is down once again. Another T2 shielding. It barely clips it, but not by much. Surprised Team 1 isn't going after other things. But the problem is if they leave, this will definitely be fixed, so they have to deal with it. They're kind of forced to deal with it. That is the one thing about artillery, that eventually you're just going to be shooting at each other constantly. Hits those. The transports are down. Hits the gunships first. And the transports are gone after that. And we have bomber inbound from somebody. Where is it? Oh, it's to the north. And no, that's the donut. Where's the Awasa bomber? Oh, it's over here to the west. Built by Team 1. Well, the donut is dead. And the artillery is still alive. And the bomber is down. All air experimentals that Team 1 deployed to the front lines are gone. Team 1 still in the lead for ASFs. But finally, the Duke goes down after 3 minutes of fighting to keep that thing alive. Nuke is rebuilt. Is it going to be loaded? Maybe, maybe not. And is Team 2 building anything else secretive in the background? No. Third artillery coming online. It is decently shielded, but there's 3 artillery pieces landing on top of it. So all of you guys need to be going over to here. in assisting with the shields and the whatnot. Because, yeah, Quiet Storm's kind of in danger of dying. Needs to be careful, though. Because he's not really next to the P-gens, but it's just not a good idea. We have 2 more GCs. Those will go down. Another explosion happens somewhere. Another SACU dies. And the shielding is down around the emissaries. It was only a matter of time. And with 2 satellites and 2 artillery shots, or sorry, 3 artillery shots landing, that is the end of that. P-gen goes down. Artillery goes down. Shield goes down. And that's an almost direct impact. There goes that. This base is gone good. Says somebody. I think that was Team 2 that said that. And yep, this base pretty much fine. That the looks like this did get killed off at some point, the satellite. So that was in that engagement. But in the east, is that a Billy Nuke? That was a Billy Nuke. Did it hit the donut? Oh, I missed that. Apologies. But the donut does go down. I think it may have. It didn't kill it. Oh, it. No? Oh, wait. Who did. Oh, it killed Psychoad. Oh. Oh, never mind. Okay, well, that. I didn't even. Did I even see the pop up? I might have saw the pop up. But Team 2 loses a player for Psychoad. It's now a 3v3 game tied up once again. Huh. Unfortunate. Yeah, it is unfortunate. An explosion in the middle of the map. Team 1's Paralon goes down? Oh, don't tell me that's a departure. Why is the names not popping up anymore? What's up with that? Wait, hold on. I'm going to pause it just for a brief moment. He has Paraware in the back. Yes, make billions of SAMs. No idea. Yeah, so it just kind of looks like he just control K'd. That had to be connection issue. It didn't pop up. That's weird. It didn't pop up on my screen. He was started to build a Paragon, so that's number 1 game ender that we've seen. It's not done, but we've seen it. Bug being built by Team 1's air now belonging to Yoji. So we have Yoji under control of a whole bunch of stuff, and then Gava Gava, and then Paralon is not in the game, even though it says it on screen. So it is a 3v2 in favor once again for Team 2. Yeah, I don't. That's not a kill. That's just. That's definitely not a kill because nothing was nearby. No wrecks. I mean, a couple of engineers and stuff, but there's no large clump. As all of those engineers are dead, of course. Yeah, I just no. Anyway, 2 ion storms activated. Third third one trying to get away. Third chicken just trying to survive. But now we have Dimitri on air. We have Luker still on the western side. He has that nuke. Is it going to be... It is loaded. Is it going to fire? And those satellites, of course, because they're transferred over to somebody, they have to re-traverse the entire map. So that is unfortunate. It's just how the unit is coded. We have we have bombers inbound. Please tell me you're going for one of the artillery pieces because you definitely need to take out some of that firepower. The air grid looks like that's the target, maybe? Or this little bit of the target? No, it looks like a mass pad farm, kind of. No, it's just P-gen farm. But looks like Mavor has been spotted by Team 1. They're going to take that out immediately. Bombers, where did you go? You didn't... Oh. You didn't get sent in. Okay, I didn't miss it. And it looks like, yes, they're just targeting that little section of P-gens, it looks like. Here comes the bombers. They're going to go for the front line artillery piece. Yes, Nuke is outbound for Team 2. And the artillery does survive. Does not survive. Apologies. It looked like it was, but... Yep, all the bombers are gone. A little bit of reclaim, of course. But, yep, there goes that. Paragon is going to be... Paralon was going to build the Paragon. Definitely a joke in there somewhere. But Team 1 does lose an artillery piece. So a little bit of that firepower is gone. But, yeah, no. That's not going to work. Where'd the nuke go? The nuke went somewhere. Did it land? Oh, because, it landed up here. Kaboom! I was like, where is it? I don't see it. Gavaga's base is gone. He has some stuff remaining, but it is essentially Yoji versus the world. And we'll see if that ends up working for him. He has everything available to him. Seraphim, UEF, Aeon, and Cybran. You can go for any game ender. Go for YOLO. Go for, again, that. Not my favorite. It's almost in the green, though, to be fair. But that's out of the 4 game enders in the game. That is my least favorite. It goes Mavor, YOLO, Paragon, and Scathis in that order. Mavor because it's UEF and it's fun and it's cool. It's mildly impressive. The YOLO because I say a lot of kabooms, and it's just a fun, thing to have. Which, speaking of which, not Yoji, but Luker is building a YOLO. So we have 3 of the 4. Actually, all 4 did make an appearance. They didn't get finished because we have the Mavor that wasn't finished and the Paragon that's probably not going to get finished and the YOLO that might get finished. And it looks like the satellites are spreading out a little bit. We have spy planes overhead on the western side to see what's up from Team 2's Dimitri. And we'll see if the Scathis will definitely finish. And it's done, speaking of which. Team 2 is going to spot it. There it is. They will see, hey, look, there's a thing there. We should probably deal with that. Scathis opened fires, I would assume, on the YOLO or Nuke or both. And I guess you could say Nuke for both, but technically that's a YOLO. This could be a Nuke, but not a YOLO. This could be a YOLO and a Nuke. That's the square is a rectangle, but the rectangle isn't a square thing. The same kind of thing. But look at this line of units from Yoji just sending it up the western edge. And now that's, again, more eco gone. Nope, that's the wrong button. More eco gone for Team 1. It's now 1.2 to 2.8. 51 minutes on the clock. Team 1 does have a game ender. That could be it. That could be the only thing they need. We have a bunch of shielding being built. Reclaiming of the Duke that could still be going underway. We have another explosion somewhere. Another SACU. So I've missed 1 kill. That's not too bad for a 12-player game. Technically, that doesn't count because Parcher, his name's still there. It had to have been the control kit, but I don't know why his name didn't disappear. That's weird. We have a Ythotha. We have a FAF. We have a bunch of T3 units. Team 1 has to divert attention to this. Bring those satellites back or something. Ythothas are being stacked up. We do have a bug. All 3 air experimentals have been built by 1 team. Not by 1 player, though, but 1 team for sure. And Nuke is gone once again. It did launch a Nuke, though, so it did do something. And now it's going to go over to this. There's not a lot of shielding here. I mean, there is some. There's this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. There's 5. But when you have 2 artillery T3s plus a T4 Scathis shooting at you, and you have 2 satellites. Yeah, we do have kill Gava. He's at -2, says Psycho. He's like, just kill off Gava so we can force him to leave. So we can not slow down the game. This is -2, by the way. It's not terrible. It's not great, though. Like, we've seen -6 before, which is just absolutely, like, grinding to a halt. And there goes the generators, and there goes, yeah. Shield pops back online, but again, that's just it's not going to work. Sad face says, I think is that Psycho or is that Zoom? It's one of the 2. I think that's Zoom. Chicken is down. The second chicken's down. This chicken's down. Gava retreating, and there goes the YOLO. Apologies for missing it, but it was going to go down one way or the other. Hey, Luker's there. They could go for a kill, but looks like maybe not. They're worrying probably about this western attack. We do have attacks down the middle, though, from a Fat Boy and another GC, and another GC. Team 1, 4 Fat Boys up here. They could just slowly destroy everything in their path. It's going to take a while to go all the way around. They could go down the middle. I don't know. But this is what's defending the eastern side, so you might want to just go eastern side, claim that. I don't know. Either you go east and you open up this for an attack, or you go this and it opens up this for an attack. So one way or the other, something's open for attack. We have Ythotha still being shot up by a Fat Boy. Bug inbound. There's a lot of AA, though, so good luck getting near that thing. Scathis now raining on the air grid for Dimitri 11. And he's building another Mavor. It's almost done. So the first Mavor that's completed will enter the chat. It does have some shielding. I need to see just the everything around it. Essentially, you need the Mavor, You need shielding, 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 and then just shields, and then shields, and then shields, and then shields. It's layers, my friends. It's like an ogre or an onion. You need layers. Oh, that has to be Zoom talking, I think. It's continuing on northward. Chicken still getting shot at by Percy's. We have, oh, the soul ripper. An explosion. Where was it? No. Okay. But, ooh, the shielding's all down, at least on the western side there. A couple of shields still online. P-Gen being built. That's not good. 54 minutes on the clock. Team 1 Scathis has been online for about, what, 10 minutes now? They've taken out an almost YOLO. They've taken out a Nuke. They've taken out the Mavor at this point. Oh, my goodness. All the shielding went down just immediately. And they do still have the T3 artillery. Oh, GC in the base. We have a GC in the base. Is the Mavor's going to go down very shortly. It has to. Right now with all that shots inbound. Oh, the shielding's down. Scathis shots inbound. We have GC in the base. They're going after the satellite. One of them down. The other one's about to die right after that. Mavor is about to go down 1,200 hit points. The satellite ignoring it, saying, hey, the artillery will take care of it. Is the one shot from the emissary going to do the damage? No. Will the other one do it? Yes, it will. That'll be the shot that kills off the Mavor. Back to the GC over here. We have one GC down. There's a lot of SSTUs here. Ooh, if it does enough crash damage, all of these could go bye-bye. Ooh, boom! That was like a dozen or so of them down, and that SACU is almost dead anyways. Oof, that's a lot of eco lost for Yoji. I think it's 11 mass per second. Let's say 12 of them were dead. That's 120, 130 mass per second. Scathis shot now raining on the air grid. I do like how it's, one is angled that way, one is angled that way. But it's still kind of connected, but not really. Satellite now online for team. Ooh, he's going to go for it again. He's like, if you first don't succeed, try again. Western side, Ythotha, killed off the Ythotha. We have Percy's and the whatnot just being thrown at this. Do I, says Dimitri, to get some vision on team 1 side of the map. Again, Scathis is done getting decently shielded. Definitely needs a lot more than that, but has a ton of T2 PD. They are Cerberus, they are Tickle Cannons, but that's a lot of them. That's 74 of them. Not all in range, of course, but there's a lot. Shots inbound from the Scathis. Kind of not really shielded air grid at this point, especially the emissaries still doing damage. They've been doing a lot of damage. This one did get killed off. So Team 1 has one left. 127,000 mass killed with that. Paragon, has that been a little bit more work done maybe? I don't know. Looks like it had a tiny bit more work, maybe. Is he? Oh, he's slowly building it with some robo drones, it looks like, but it's going to be a long process. Sad face? Oh, sorry. Arrow this way. Circle for Quiet Storm, it looks like. Let's see. Strat bombers inbound. We have a satellite going to give them a targeting profile on something. ASF's inbound to intercept said bombers, and those bombers, unless they turn now, are going to die. Soul Ripper kind of hanging around. And still, we have attacks inbound on the western side. Yoji, there he goes. Not Yoji, but he's losing all of his Ythothas. He has one Fat Boy up there, but he has 3 more inbound. So he's going to cut right into the attack vector, and that's going to demolish a lot of the speed and kill off the Fat Boy in the process. Nice move there. Scathis raining in now on Quiet Storm. He has an... The tagline could be, if you first don't succeed, try again in the same spot. Because you had the Mavor that got canceled, then they moved a little bit northward, and then that one died. And then the artillery that was here, because that was where Zoom died, is now being turned into a Mavor, so that's kind of the same thing. And I think the Nuke died there, and it's now being rebuilt again in the same spot for, I think, the 3rd time. So Team 2 is just building the same spot. They won't notice. They wouldn't think to look at the exact same spot where we built the thing the first time for us to build it again and then do it again. Scathis, it's piercing some of the shielding. Oh, shielding's starting to fall. Oh, not looking good. Shield-wise for Team 2. We do see Satellite focused on the emissary. It's not going to pierce the shielding anytime soon, that one. Kind of surprised there's not a second Scathis at this point. He's sitting up there to the north with some engineers hanging out. And ooh. Yeah, it's just not. The emissary's going to die soon. Now the thing is, if the Mavor can finish in time, then maybe to kill off the Scathis. The Scathis is being hit by the emissary, though, so there is that. There's some shielding. It should be enough just with one artillery shooting at it, but you never know. He could have a power outage, and one lucky shot could be it. And they're just saying, go after this. Almost 1 hour on the clock. And the ASFs, ooh, they just rip apart the bombers. Bombers are like, flee, flee. But again, there's been an AA built for a while now. And yeah, they kill off some bombers, but they will take decent losses in the ASF department. Look at them all just being annihilated. But 2 bugs. Oh, you're going to kill the nuke again? Yup, you're going to kill the nuke again. So out of 3 stone... Oh, no, they're fleeing now. Never mind. Out of 3 Stone Angels, he's launched 1 nuke. Maybe he'll launch 2. Who knows? And Emissary losing a lot of its shielding. Ooh, not looking good. Mavor says zoom. Yep, there it is. And zoom is the one that's writing. Mavor is almost done. The Scathis fire is going to shift, I would presume. And it looks like it's going to go... Actually, no, for the nuke down here. Oh, again, it's just one of those, deja vu, essentially. Oh, and it takes out the shielding. That Scathis shot should be enough. Team 1 holding off on the Western Front. They're doing very well now. They weren't doing well earlier, but they're doing better now. And I thought a bug died, but no, a bug did not die. But Mavor is almost done. There it is. It's done. Second Mavor of the game completed. Nuke is down once again. Out of 3 Stone Angels, he launches 1 nuke. That's not great percentages. That's 33%. Not great. But he is just like, I'm going to go for the nuke. I'm going to go for it. Mavor being loaded up with P-Gens. Arcing that shot. You wonder where it's going. I don't, because it's going for that big, giant nonsense right there. The upside-down looking spider thing. Or upside-down octopus looking thing. Or squid or whatever. Something like that. Anyway. Shots are inbound from the Mavor. Or is it going to go short for the emissary? Knock that out first and then go for... But I feel like the Scathis. Nuke is online for Yoji as well. He's loading in as we speak. Not a great spot for it, though. I will point out Scathis shots raining in kind of the everywhere right there. More shields being built. More shields being built. More shields being built. Love this. Love this. Love this. He's spreading out the shielding, and he's building it concurrently. So that way, one shield finishes, then another one finishes, then another one finishes. So you can really beef up the shielding very, very quickly. And is that emissary still firing? That emissary is still firing. See, now this is not a good thing to do with the Scathis. Is fire some shots that way, fire some shots that way, fire some shots that way. And you can do this with any artillery, but if you constantly are shifting targets, not shipping targets, that's a different thing. You're giving time for this position to stack something up. Now, Quietstorm could have built more shielding. It wasn't enough. And the artillery is now down, but we do see some bugs inbound as well, so that might have not helped anything, even if the Scathis didn't target it specifically. But if you're constantly shifting targets, it's just not going to go well long term. That is essentially where you get these artillery wars, where once you start firing at the opposing artillery, you're kind of just locked until you wipe it out. But bugs are going in for the Mavor. We have 1 bug, 2 bug almost dead, and 1 bug goes down, 2nd bug goes down. And there's been a lot of AA developed over the course of the game for Team 2. And that bug is not going to be enough. Now, in conjunction with the Scathis shots, maybe. But well, there are 2 emissaries? Oh, those are disruptors. Wait, hold on. Oh, and the Scathis is down. The Mavor took it out. Apologies for missing that. Where are those? Oh, maybe those were Scathis shots. They were just the last They must have been the last lingering ones, because, yeah. Anyway, Yoji loses his Scathis. 1 hour, 2 minutes on the clock. That is not good. That was Team 1's essentially meal ticket. If they build a Paragon, Maybe, but the shielding is now... oh, that's going to be denied almost immediately, isn't it? Oh, the Ythotha takes it in the knees. Ooh, ouch. But T3 artillery being built right next door. There goes the Paragon. That's denied. And there goes Gava Gava. Heat control case still not popping up with the messages. Very weird. And Team 1 loses another player. It's now 3v1. It is Yoji versus the world. I did say it was Yoji and Gava Gava. I did say it was pretty much Yoji. But officially it is Yoji versus the world. And, yeah, it's just not looking good. We don't have experimentals over here anymore. We have Fat Boys, but they're being pushed back by GCs. Down the middle, still some stuff. We have 5 Ythothas right here. Looks like they're going to they're going to send it to the middle, but they need to go all the way in. Maybe they're going to go. Oh, yeah, they are going to go. They're just going to full send it to the Mavor, but it's going to take time to do that. I don't know if they have the time to do that. Either it's they die by artillery, die by land, or die by land. Not by air, though, because Team 2's kind of not really had air much. Couple of nukes, but Yoji, ooh, no, looking good. Yeah, it's not having the names go away for the. That's weird. Yeah, that's going to be immediately denied. Yeah, that, nope. Dimitri's like, nope, not going to let that happen again. But we have Quiet Storm coming in on the east vector. We have Yoji coming in on the west vector. And then technically Dimitri down the middle, but he's kind of skipping the land and just going straight up into the air and then back down. I'm assuming he's targeting the comm, because once the comm is dead, that's the game. Team 2 wins it, so they might as well go for the assassination. They could go Annihilation and force Team 1 to leave, but, you know. Is that chicken dead? Oh, that artillery was built and then denied. That's what that was. I thought that chicken died right there. That is a Ythotha. Satellite really trying to deny whatever else Yoji's up to. But look at this. Drimmer's old base is being overrun. Fatboy's still trying to keep stuff alive, but it's just full send it. And Team 2, we do see a little bit of defense, but we have 5 Ythothas online. Last GC active now. It's going to only hold this off for a little bit more. Team 2 does have a lot of time, though, between when these things are inbound or when they get to the base and this and this. So once this northwestern corner is dead, this central thing is just going to collapse. So really, that's what Team 2 is going for. Look, oh, no, never mind. No, they're going to shift a little bit southwest, take out this position. But Luca's going to just full send it on the western edge. Yoji, oh, he's just going to go into a holding pattern with some moving, so he avoids all the Mavor shots. But the Mavor, it's going to survive. Satellite next door as its spotter. Here comes the Harbinger March. They're being shot at by fatties, but they don't care. GCs are down. Ythotha being shot at. Actually, it's not really being shot at by the bug that I thought. And we have now Titans and Percy's breaching the Cybran base for Yoji. Yoji gets another bug online. But like I said, it's only going to be a matter of time. There's a Mavor shot landing on the shield grid right there. And this base here for Yoji is essentially gone. I think that's his original base because Paralorn was right around here. And yeah, there goes another shot for the air grid. Wipe out the power. No shielding for Team 1. There goes the shot. Lands on the shielding and takes out a chunk of the P-Gens with it. Ythotha just being tickled to death, literally, by those Ythothas. Does find the comm, though, but doesn't... Oh, does he... Nope, doesn't grab the... is that the Gemini? Is that what that thing is called? No, Guardian, not Gemini. Those the Gemini or something else. That's the ASF, I think. But in the middle of the map, we have a Ythotha inbound from not Yoji, but Luca. We have a GC inbound from Quietstorm. We have Ravagers. 2 of the Ythothas are down. They're going to full send it. Fatboy online. They're going to get close. The comm is still alive. Is he going to meet his maker? Nope. He's going to still hang out. Oh, please don't tell me the Ion Storm kills him. That would just be pain. But 2 more Ythothas dead. The last Ythotha is gone. 1 hour, 6 minutes on the clock. And that is going to be pretty much it for Yoji. He has, again, a couple of bugs flying around. He has 1 GC, but it's not going to matter. 1 shot from the Mavor. I don't think it's going to be enough to kill him, but it's definitely going to hurt. And oh, it's just not looking good for Team 1. Has been looking good for a while. There's another chunk of the air grid gone. And looks like a T3 Mex or 2 is going to go down. Oh, no, barely survives that. 1 hour, 6.5 minutes. At this point, I'm going to speed things up because the end is nigh for Team 1's Yoji. Oh, there's another Mavor shot lands on the engineers just trying to build. And that bug actually takes a direct impact, it looks like. Another Mavor shot almost hits it. Oh, Mavor's right next to Yoji's feet. He goes, woof. Good that shield thing that was there. Woof, that was, And Yoji is being, oh, he got hit by the Mavor. That's one shot. So he has 2 more shots remaining to survive, unless he can regen enough. He is regenerating 230 a second, though, so there is that. He's going to be essentially not a cockroach, but he's just going to survive a lot longer than normal. Then we have Percy's and Harbinger's going down the middle now. They're just going to go straight up and say hi. And is he going to accept this fate? He's repairing a Gemini because why not? Spend his mass on something. There's the shot inbound. It hits Yoji. Doesn't kill him. 6,000 hit points remain. Satellite hitting him. Ooh, needs to keep going. Needs to keep going. Oh, nope. Still alive. 1 hour, 8 minutes. He's going to make this game go for as long as possible. Don't stand next to the P-Gen. Don't stand next to the P-Gen. That's bad. Don't do that. Ooh, it's going to be a kill for Dimitri one way or the other. Unless the Athotha gets there from Luker. Oh, he's like, oh, I should probably fall back now. Yeah. Oh, he's in a patrol pattern. Oh, get in there, get in there, get in there, get in there. 6,000 hit points. He's going to survive for a little bit longer. P-Gen doesn't go down. That P-Gen goes down, and this is pretty much gone for him. He has essentially his remaining his old first base remaining, and that's about it. Yoji back up into the yellow. This guy just will not die to Team 2's artillery. He's like, I'm not going to be killed by that thing. You come here and take it from me. Come here, take my life from me. Come here. Shot inbound gets blocked by the shielding. Another shot inbound wide. 1 hour, 9 minutes on the clock. Another shot. Oh, nope, a little bit to the south. Yoji's still being shot at. He's back up to 16k hit points. Look at this. This guy just will not die. He has some bugs online. Bomber inbound from Luka. He's like, I'm tired of this. Just bring the meteor. There goes the bomb. Does he get underneath the shielding in time? He does, actually. And shielding is down. Bomb inbound once again. He's taking a lot of damage, that Awasai bomber. Drops to 3k hit points. Will he die by bomber? Will he die by satellite? Will he die by Mavor? The bomber is down, so no, he won't die by that. Satellite might be the end of Yoji, but there's the Athotha inbound from Luker. He's like, please survive, please survive. Don't get killed by the satellite. Please don't get killed by the satellite. T2 shielding being built. Yoji, no, gets killed off by Luker, and that's the game here, folks. 1 hour, 11 minutes even. Look at that, 1-1-1. That is the game. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed the MVPs for me. I mean, everybody that was on Team 2 that survived to the end for sure, but the Mavor coming back. You know, he got one just barely, got a second one. That one really kicked the game off. I mean, land was kind of really going Team 2's favor anyways, but the Mavor was like, nope, Scath is gone. See you, bye. And then that was the beginning of the end. But thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I will see all of you in the next one.